Dear warehouse man, please let me explain to y'all how fucking annoying and creepy it is for y'all to fucking sit there and watch a bitch unload her whole motherfucking truck. Like, that's so fucking annoying to me. That is creepy. Like, you just literally stand there and watch me. Literally watch me unload my truck and you're just standing there. And then whatever other truck drivers are in the bays next to me come over there and stand and watch me. Now I feel like a fucking circus freak show because y'all are watching me unload my goddamn truck instead of fucking helping. Like, what kind of men are y'all? That shit blows me. It blows me. Then y'all want to hold small talk. Bitch, I'm working. I don't want to talk about how long I've been driving and do I fucking like it. Y'all so
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More important, you saw the link. I don't like people like her. This lady basically exemplifies a trope of women, attractive women, or women who are being overly sexual because they're lazy and they're trying to get out of doing their job. And these type of people, like, she got into trucking and got mad when people wouldn't unload her truck. Now, by the way, there are people that will unload your truck and there are people who won't. You know, there are places that'll go, they gonna do the unloading, and there are other places that you gotta unload it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's protocol, sometimes it's business, because if they unload it and break something, it's on them. If you unload it and break something, they can charge. You get what I'm saying? Or if something is damaged, they can say, "Hey, man, we got it like that." Um, but this is different. This is different. Um, you you're not gonna pay these people who help you unload your truck, right? You're gonna and because this type of behavior screams, I go from stop to stop, from pick up to drop off, and I try to finesse somebody to load my truck and unload my truck, and all I got to do is drive it. Excuse me, but I'm gonna take the check. I'm gonna cash the check. I'm gonna get other people to do the heavy lifting, and then I get to go, right? And this is where people have a look at that, like the Me Too movement and all that stuff, and it's like, yo, this is that double edged sword of sexual harassment, because if people leave you alone, they're still creepy because they're men, but they're talking to you while you're doing your job. You pulled up to the dock. You got to unload the truck. There are workers in the dock. They're gonna have conversations, passing time. Like, they don't work for you. You know what I'm saying? But it's that, oh, if you help me, if you help me, it's not necessarily sexual harassment because I'm getting some out of it. But if you don't help me and try to talk to me, you creepy, and maybe I should say you freak me out, right? So it goes into that stretch of, um, you really don't want to work. Ultimately, you really just don't want to work. You want to do the bare minimum on every job. So now we have an issue, my dog. And that issue becomes, why would you pick these occupations? because you have people who pick these occupations purposely because they figure I can pretty my way into a paycheck without work. But you pick these occupations and you want people to feel sorry for you. You get what I'm saying? I want to work on the cables, the electrical cables. Why I got to be up here while men around here could working on other cables? Why can't they just do my cables for me? You get what I'm saying? I want to, I want to work in construction. Why I got to use the jackhammer? Why they can't use the jackhammer? Why, it's like, what? You know, why I got to get on the roof? Why I got to hold up the frame? Why I got to nail the frame? Why I got to do this? Why I got to do the concrete work? You entered this occupation. You want to be a welder? Why I got to hold the torch? Why I got to put this mask on? It's hot. Why I got to do it? You enter these blue collar occupations and then don't want to do it. And I'm being excessive because of that. You know, once you work on the garbage truck, why I got to smell like garbage? Why I can't just sit in the front? Like, why did you pick the occupation? Because I heard it pays. So do the job. Do your job. And be grateful if people help you do your job, but don't act entitled like it's their business, like it's their business to do your job for you. That's why in society we look at people as being incompetent a lot of times because there's so many people out here that are upset, you know, because why I gotta work at work. And I hate to do it this way, but it's the stereotype of women. And I hate to do this, but particularly, let's just go black women of being mad to be at work while they're working, but you ain't mad to pick up your check. And she might not even be black. She might be Hispanic. You get what I'm saying? Afro, whatever. You get what I mean? But that's what it's gonna go under. And then, I mean, you get on social media, you see a lot of female truckers being extra sexual. Let me show you these cheeks and these tights. Let me get extra sexy. I'm the sexiest trucker you got. It's like, okay, so you got an extra income, kind of doing soft core, porn on Instagram and Twitter and and YouTube and maybe even Facebook. I don't know, but I've seen it enough on Instagram. It's like, oh, okay, but you can't work because I wouldn't be surprised if she out if she got the tight sweatpants on. Like, can't you see me? Can't you see I look cute? Can't you see I'm sexy? Why you can't unload my truck for me? All right, this is um more than a problem. More than a problem. More than a problem in the workforce. Like, because and let me say this: there are women who do their job, who do a damn good job, but she don't represent them. You know, and you won't see them making videos complaining about working because they know what they signed up for. Um, but it goes back to the question: why did you went to school for this? So don't act like you didn't have to load and unload at school. You get what I'm saying? Don't act like you didn't have to do that. And I say this because I would say she's attractive, right? There's a stigma of attractive women, just all I got to do is be pretty here. Yeah. And I seen that in plenty of industries. That was in pharmaceuticals heavy. You know, she got to be fine. She walk in there with a, hi, doc. I'm just trying to sell you some product. It's like, okay. People use women as a way to get money, in the business world, and it became a thing. Sexuality, selling sexuality to sell products, but now it went into the blue collar field, and that don't really resonate. You can be attractive, but you still got to do your job. Think about that. Think about ladies. Y'all used to like them videos or working men working construction and firefighters, all type of stuff. They like the guys. They working on the job. They used to do the calendars and he's sweaty, he's sexy, he's this, he's that. That man can't be on that job and say why I got to do this? Why? I was in the calendar. Women like me. Why I gotta run into a burning building now? Like they're not gonna do that. Man, I was in the calendar. Why? What I need with this sledgehammer? Why I gotta knock down walls? I'm sexy. Oh, I was in the calendar. Finest policeman. Why I gotta arrest somebody? I just want to look clean in my uniform. If you don't want a job, if you don't want to do certain things on the job, don't do the job. But do not complain about your damn job because you think you're cute. And that's what people gonna take from this. Grow up. But like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.